Hello, everybody. This is Bob Bloom, and for the past few weeks, we've had the pleasure of pinch hitting for Russ Hodges on the 49er Game of the Week film. Of course, Russ has been busy announcing those San Francisco Giants to the top of the heap in the National Baseball League. And we hope he'll be able to do the same with the 49ers in the National Football League. So now, Russell, take off your baseball hat, put on your helmet, and go to work, boy.
Thank you, Bob, and how you doing, everybody? Well, Bob took you through the 49ers' two opening games against the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers, and they were both thrillers. So with a 1-1 record on the preseason games, the 49ers come into Kezar Stadium against the always rough, tough Cleveland Browns. And when you figure that the Browns have lost their two preseason games, that sets the stage for a Pier 6 brawl. Paul Brown just doesn't like to lose 3 ball games in a row, whether they be preseason games or not. Red Hickey has been giving his 49ers a real working over the past week, and he indicated that he would have no more of the lethargic, lackadaisical showing that the darlings of the Bay Area came up with last week in losing to Green Bay. The players have indicated that they too intend to vindicate themselves, and with many of the veterans fighting for their jobs and new rookies slated to see action, the stage is set for a real good football game. The 49ers already on the field, and there come the Cleveland Browns, a team that has been traditional in the National Football League as a team that can score from anywhere, under the great coach, Paul Brown. And here is the head man of the 49ers, Red Hickey, Bill Stitz, UCLA defensive back. That's number 25, rookie Dave Baker from Oklahoma, a defensive back. And Y.A. Tittle, the best quarterback in the National Football League. Rookie Eddie Dove of Colorado, also a defensive back. Carl Rubke switches from offensive center to linebacker. And rookie Dan James, Ohio State, moves into the offensive center position. Paul Brown, the coach of the Cleveland Browns. The oldest veteran in the point of service in football, Lou Grossa. An 11-year veteran of the National Football League, Warren Lawyer from Western Reserve. Jim Nanowski, Michigan State, starting quarterback for Cleveland. Paul Wiggin of Stanford, a real good end for the Browns. Another veteran in the league, linebacker Walt Michaels. The sensational Jimmy Brown of Syracuse, the Browns' great fullback. And Farrell Funson, another Brown end from College of Pacific. Now there's the usual meeting before the game, Captains Lou Grossa and Warren Lara of the Browns, and Y.A. Tittle of the 49ers, meeting for the flip of the coin. The Browns won the toss, they have elected to receive, and the 49ers choose to defend the west goal with the wind at their backs. And there the Browns, and my, they're mighty big and mighty tough, and the 49ers just as big and just as tough, and here's the kickoff, Davis kicking off. And that's what you like to see, that kickoff over the end zone for the touchback. You can't run those back. Jim Nanowski is the quarterback for the Browns. He gives to Jimmy Brown, who makes just 2 yards at left tackle, with Nomalini and Dave Baker in there quickly. Now the fumble on the pitch out by Bob Mitchell. And he falls on the ball for a 2-yard loss. Eddie Dove almost recovered. Here's the forward pass from Nanowski, almost intercepted by Bob Harrison, the rookie linebacker. So on 4th down, the Browns could not move, and they have to punt. That is Milt Plum back in punt formation. He gets it away, it's a high one, and Dickie Magle signals for a fair catch on the Browns' 48-yard line. Y.A. Tittle at quarterback for the 49ers. Watch this one. After a good fake, he's back to throw. Where's Michael Haney? There he is, and watch this block as he rambles down the sideline. Clyde Connor cleans out the way, and it's a touchdown for Michael Haney and the 49ers. That went 48 yards, and it happened so quickly, so dramatically. Why don't we take another look at that one in slow motion? There's Tittle with the ball, the good fake. Back he goes, holding the ball to the last second. Finds Michael Haney. There is Hugh cutting down to the 30, down to the 25, needs help. There comes Connor. There goes the last tackler, and there goes Michael Haney for the 6 points. And the San Francisco 49ers leading by a score of 6-0. Tommy Davis converted for San Francisco, and the score 7-0 49ers. There's the kickoff. Davis kicking down to Shafrat on the 11-yard line. He gets good blocking, brings it back 18 yards before John Thomas and Dugan take him down. Brown's ball, and that's Jim Brown, piled up after a gain of a yard at right guard. Why do they fear Jimmy Brown? This is just a hard-hitting back, a great runner. Here's an example on the draw. He gets daylight. Looking for his blockers. He needs a couple. He gets them. And on a beautiful run, right up the middle, he rambles for 70 yards and the touchdown. And immediately the Browns are right back in business. The score 7-6. Lou Groza converts, and it ties the ball game at 7-7. Bob Gain is kicking off. Watch this rookie. Paul Lowe down on the 1. He can travel. He picks up that ball, brings it back 18 yards before he is finally pushed out of bounds. He was still up there fighting, but he went out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Wyatt Tittle, the tried and true veteran, giving it to another great vet, number 39, Hugh McElhaney, banging his way for 3 yards before McClung makes the stop. There's an offside play. Pace stopped for no gain, but the Browns, who had made the original contact, are penalized 5 yards for the offside. Now the pitch out to Pace. He gets a good block from Bosley, and he skirts the end for 7 yards on a first down. Bosley, number 77. You saw him throw the block. Here's another veteran, Joe the Jet Perry, up the middle for 8 yards, with McClung, a very busy boy, making the stop. McElhaney taking the handoff now as the ball is shot to him by Tittle. Moves up for a 3-yard gain. And the 49ers once again moving the ball. Wyatt Tittle back again. That's out on the left back to Connor for 4 yards. He was shaken up on the play when he was hit from behind by Wren, and Connor left the game. Now the ball to Jimmy Pace. Banging hard up through right tackle for 3 yards. Again, Tittle with that good faking back there. Gives to Perry. Perry moves forward for 4 yards on the first down. Tittle's favorite target today is McElhaney. He tosses to Mack out in the flat. Instead of losing yardage, Mack fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. It's no gain, but no loss. Now it's Jim Pace hitting left guard on a delay, and he rambles forward for 12 yards. Noted for his speed, he seems to have picked up a lot of drive this year. Now here's the old alley-oop. Wyatt Tittle throws long and deep and high. There's the catch by Owens, but he juggled. He did not have complete possession as he went out of the end zone, and it is no score, but it was a beautiful example of the 49ers attack as Tittle throws to Owens. Now there's that short pass to McElhaney once again. Cutting back down inside the 30, hitting for the sidelines, and out of bounds. It was a fine gain for McElhaney of 11 yards. Tittle mixing up the plays. Hands it to Perry. And Perry rambles through there, booming his way for 8 yards. Why, he looks for a receiver again, holding that ball to the last minute. The pass for Billy Wilson is incomplete. Now Tittle decides to go on the ground. This is Joe Perry, hitting to the right side and moving down. And he picks up a total of 6 yards. There is Pace, hit behind the line, but he shook off Shafrath and went in there for 3 yards. 49ers knocking at the door. Tittle looking for a receiver. There's Billy Wilson, and look at that catch. Just the greatest pair of hands in pro football. And let's give you an example of those hands and show you that play once again in slow motion. Tittle with Pace and Perry back with him. Pass to Wilson. Look at those fingers, finger trip control, and in he goes for the 6 points. And the 49ers led at this stage by a score of 13-7. Davis converted, and the score, San Francisco 14, Cleveland 7. Tommy Davis kicking off. Another one down into the end zone. But Leroy Bolden downs it for the touchback. The Browns start to move the ball, but here the 49er defense stiffens. Nanowski is dragged down for a 9-yard loss by Matt Hazeltine. Now look at these big guys crash in. Nomalini and St. Clair. Nanowski being pursued, and he finally gets the ball away on a disputed play. As everyone claimed on the 49ers side that Nanowski intentionally grounded the ball, and after the official conferred and first called it a penalty, they decided it was not. Milt Plum is back in punt formation. He punts high to Dickie Magle. Magle signals for the fair catch on the Browns' 47-yard line. There's Tittle throwing again. It's to Perry in the right flat. And Joe rambles for 7 yards behind Ted Conley's blocking as the first quarter ends with the score, San Francisco 14 and Cleveland 7. We pick up the action in the second period. 49ers in possession on their own 38. That's a pass to McElhaney, and there he moves again, dodging tacklers, and runs for 32 yards for the 49ers. Against the Browns, you've got to keep on scoring. J.D. Smith takes the handoff, powers over right tackle for 5 yards. Tittle passing again to Owens in the left flat, and that's a 5-yard gain. Now to J.D. Smith running hard. He moves forward for 3 yards, but at this time the 49ers attack bogs down. They give up the ball to the Browns. But after 3 unsuccessful downs, we have Tommy Davis punting for San Francisco. And he punts high to Mitchell, down on the 34-yard line. And there is no chance for a return. The ball given to Bolden. He is stopped after a 1-yard gain at left end, with Stitz and Hazeltine making the tackle. Again, Nanowski is getting the rush from Rupke. Matt Hazeltine puts on the tackle, and he is thrown for a big 15-yard loss. Now Bolden skirting the left end for 9 yards. The great rookie, Eddie Dove, throwing him out of bounds. The Browns can't move it. They have to get rid of the ball. Dove moves back into safety as Plum goes back to punt. Once again, he gets it away. There is the call for the fair catch by Dove on the 49er 33-yard line. Here's a trick play with Paul Lowe. Gonna throw one. And it's a long high pass. And it is just overthrown. That one might connect later in the season. Way back again. Looks for the saver. And there is J.D. Smith. He is spilled by Youngleman for a 2-yard loss. Now this time to Paul Lowe. He tries right guard and gets 1 yard before Galen Fisk makes the stop. Davis, a busy boy all afternoon. Back to punt. That's that high one that you can cover. And Bolden calls for the fair catch on the Browns' 41-yard line. Now, after a 49er 5-yard penalty, Groza tries a free kick field goal from the 46, and that kick is wide. It's no good, and the half ends with the score. 49ers 14, Cleveland 7. Here is Gain kicking off into the end zone, and Lowe downs the ball for a touchback. 49ers leading 14-7 as the third quarter gets underway. Here is Pace hitting right guard for 2 yards. The Lich gains there. Boys will be boys. Here's Y.A., the busy quarterback. And he finds Billy Wilson. Out of bounds he goes after making 15 yards. But here the 49er attack bogs down once again. And Davis is back to punt. Bolden is the safety man. Possession of the ball, everything here. And Bolden elects to play it safe and call for the fair catch on the Browns' 37-yard line. Now Milt Plum is the quarterback for Cleveland. He gives to Jimmy Brown, who hits right guard for 4 yards. Now the ball to Williams, and watch rookie Charlie Kruger barrel through and throw him for a 7-yard loss. Plum with a good fake, passing to Renfro over the middle. And it's a 15-yard gain. Bill Stitz makes the tackle. But here the 49ers defense stiffens. And DeShane is back to punt. Dickie Magel, back in running shape this year, is the safety man. Again the high kick. Magel waiting down around the 15. Makes the fair catch at the 16. Wyatt Tittle at quarterback. He's been in all the way. There's the pass once again. Good to Billy Wilson for 10 yards out in the right flat. And now the handoff to Joe Perry on a trap play. Moving forward, rambling for a first down on the 49er 48-yard line. And Joe again hitting into the right side for 4 yards for the 49ers. This time Tittle decides to take to the air. Looks for Michael Haney. There's number 39, Hugh Michael Haney. 6-yard gain over the middle. But once again, this Cleveland defense got very tough. And the 49ers forced to punt once again, with Davis back to kick. Back in safety is Bob Mitchell. He finally makes his mind up to get rid of it. Here it is down to Mitchell, down in his tracks for Bill Stitz on the 23-yard line as the third quarter ends with the score. San Francisco 14, Cleveland 7. In the fourth quarter, the Browns in possession of the pigskin. Milt Plum on a keeper, rolling around left end for 21 yards. Carl Ruepke coming up to take him down with a clean tackle. Browns on the move. Plum back with good protection. And a great end waiting down the field in Billy Houghton. Good for 34 yards with Dove taking him from behind. Now Mitchell, always dangerous. Inside right tackle for 3 yards. And again it's Mitchell, this time cutting back inside left end for 5 yards with Hazeltine bringing him down. Plum back to pass, throws the long one, intended for Carpenter. And the pass is not thrown far enough, it's incomplete. Here's a crucial play for Cleveland. They decide to go for it on the ground, and they get the 4 yards for the first down with Jimmy Brown barreling his way through left guard. Now, as Plum is back, there is rookie Henry Smith barreling in to get him. Number 74, he fumbles. Ruepke recovers for San Francisco on the 49-yard line. And the threat of the score for Cleveland is over, at least temporarily. 49ers with the ball, leading 14-7. Watch J.D. Smith power his way up the middle on a trap play. A lot of good blocking up front. 39 yards he goes, with Gonzaga and Lowe throwing key blocks for him. And since that was a great play, let's see it once again in slow motion. That's J.D. Smith, number 24, finding the hole, moving forward under his own power. Lowe in front of him. Gonzaga's in front of him. And it's a net gain of 39 yards for the 49ers. They're back in scoring position. Tittle getting ready to throw. His pass is complete out here, but Parrish makes the tackle for a 3-yard loss. J.D. Smith is brought down. So J.D. promptly gets back to 3 yards with a 3-yard buck up the middle. Tittle back to pass. It's to Owens out in the left flat. And just short of a first down for the 49ers. They need some more yardage. There's another quick one to RC. And that's for 5 yards and the first down, inside the 35. Signal mix-up. Tittle loses a yard, but he keeps the ball. Michaels in on him quickly. Here's Y looking for RC Owens. And that one is just a bit too high. An incompleted forward pass. Air-minded is Y.A. Tittle. He's looking for a receiver. And that is complete to Dugan for 16 yards and a first down. Luther Carr now into the middle of the line, and he picks up 3 yards. 49ers want that extra score here in the fourth quarter. Here's the attempt to get it. Incomplete. R.C. Owens was there, but the pass was thrown too far. Now Brody is in at quarterback for the 49ers. He gives to Lowell, and he is brought down for a loss of 1 yard at left end. Michaels makes the tackle. Is a field goal important at this stage? We'll find out later. 49ers attempt it. Brody holds. Tommy Davis kicks. And it's good. A 23-yard field goal. San Francisco 17. Cleveland Browns 7. Now Davis kicking off to Mitchell of the Browns. 3 yards deep in the end zone. And he starts really moving, bringing that ball back 30 yards to the 27-yard line. Plum in at quarterback. That one is out of bounds. Billy Houghton stepping out before the pass was completed. 49ers now deepening their defense a bit. Plum can't find any receiver, so he decides to run, and he gains 8 yards. Rupke and Harrison tackling him along with Ridline. Now the pitch out to Jimmy Brown. He rambles around right end for 6 yards and a first down. Browns down by 10, still have hopes of winning. And there is the pass over the middle. Good for the yardage to Carpenter. Dave Baker on the tackle. There is Mitchell scrambling his way for 10 yards over right guard. And Rupke finally brings him down there. Getting late in the game, Jimmy Brown takes this pitch out, and he skirts left end for 9 yards with just 2 minutes left to play. The 49ers leading 17-7. Plum is passing. It's Carpenter. Watch him in the open field. Keeps moving inside the 10, and he goes 28 yards before Mertens and Harrison run him out of bounds. Brown is piled up for no gain at center as the 49ers stiffen. Brown is in there for the Cleveland touchdown, a plunge of 2 yards. The score 17-13 after the conversion, 17-14. And now possession of the ball means everything. Rosa tries the onside kick. And that goes out of bounds. Kickoffs are free balls, you know. And he kicked that one out of bounds. Going to try it again. Browns are penalized 5 yards for the delay of the game. We have one of those down to the wire finishes. On that short kick, John Thomas takes it on the Browns' 45-yard line. And the ball to J.D. Smith. He's moving around left end for 5 yards. 49ers in possession, leading 17-14. This ball to Carr now, and he picks up just 1 yard as the clock runs out, and the game ends with a final score. San Francisco 17, the Browns 14. And so some 25,000 fans watched the 49ers come out of their lethargy of a week ago to hand the Cleveland Browns their 3rd preseason loss of the campaign. It was the seemingly unimportant field goal of the rookie Tommy Davis from the 23-yard line that proved to be the actual margin of victory. But the big margin of victory came in the spirited play of a defensive unit that was out to show their coach they could play the type of hard-nosed football that's required of a winner in the National Football League. Rookies Eddie Dove, who was given the game ball by his teammates, Dave Baker, Dan James, Luther Carr, Bob Harrison, Monty Clark, Henry Schmidt, and of course Tommy Davis. All prove that they're going to be hard to move out of the lineup when the regular season gets underway. Veterans, Leo Nomalini, playing his third fine game in as many starts. Y.A. Tittle, Bob St. Clair, Joe Perry, Billy Wilson, Clyde Connor, R.C. Owens, Carl Rubke, Frank Morsey, Charlie Kruger, and of course Hugh McElhaney. All played back to previous top form, indicating that next week's game against the Chicago Cardinals, who have a record of 3-1, ought to be a beauty.